Patriotic comrades, Jamaica's top anti-corruption watchdog, the Integrity Commission, is bleeding leadership. 3 of its top seats are empty. Prosecutions frozen, investigations on pause, and the person who's supposed to fix it all, the Governor General himself, seems to be stalling. I don't know why I'm a stall. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this leadership blackout might be the biggest threat to Jamaica's democracy since Trafigura, and why some are whispering that the JLP's fingerprints might not be too far away. The watchdog goes blind. Patriotic comrades, the Integrity Commission, Jamaica's anti-corruption powerhouse, was built to keep politicians in check. Think of it like the referee in a boxing match. But right now, the ref has left the ring and the fighters are throwing punches below the belt. As of last week, 3 top seats, Executive Director, Director of Corruption Prosecutions, and Director of Information, are all vacant. No executive, no prosecutions, no leadership. So the question is, how did we get here? And more importantly, who benefits when the watchdog goes blind? The Governor General's silence. Patriotic comrades, the Integrity Commission already did its job. It sent up recommendations for replacements months ago. First in May, then July. But those names are still sitting somewhere on a mahogany desk inside King's house, collecting dust. When the Gleaner asked why the appointments haven't been signed, the Governor General's office said His Excellency continues to be guided by legal advice. Legal advice? What? Wait, what? What kind of response that from the Governor General, and we wait for him to appoint the 3 replacement candidate for the Integrity Commission where they get sent off in a May, then in a July? What kind of rubbish this are going here, so? Translation: we are not saying anything and you can't make us. And that silence is dangerous. Under Jamaica's Integrity Commission Act, the Governor General is legally required to act on those recommendations. He's not supposed to play politics. He's supposed to sign the papers. But 3 months later, still nothing. So what's really going on? Because what happens next might just shake how Jamaica defines independent institutions. Patriotic comrades, so do you think the Governor General is protecting the law or protecting someone? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. A constitutional standoff. Patriotic comrades, according to Michael Jackson from Jamaicans for Justice, this delay isn't just inconvenient, it could be illegal. It could be illegal. Section 28 of the Integrity Commission Act literally says the Governor General shall appoint these officers on the Commission's recommendation. Not may, not might, not when convenient. So if the Integrity Commission already submitted its picks and months later nothing's signed, that's a potential constitutional crisis hiding in plain sight. Jax warns that the Governor General's inaction could be an unauthorized obstruction, basically saying His Excellency might be blocking justice with silence. And here's where it gets even stickier. The Governor General can send back a nomination once for reconsideration. But if he doesn't put that in writing and just sits on it, that's not reconsideration. That's delay by design. So, patriotic comrades, based on my understanding as it relates to Jamaica's Integrity Commission Act, it is clear that the Governor General is legally required to act on those recommendations. So wagwan yaso, where the Governor General up to? Meaning any name where the Integrity Commission send over to the Governor General, basically the Governor General have a legal and constitutional obligation to uphold the Constitution and uphold the Integrity Commission Act, because if he not do that, he might end up do something that is illegal and unconstitutional. Don't make it go over on your head. If the Integrity Commission can't function, who's really running Jamaica right now? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. The real world impact. Patriotic comrades, while politicians bicker and King's House goes quiet, real corruption cases are sitting on ice. Court matters that need the DCP's signature in limbo. DCP's short for Director of Corruption Prosecution. Investigations waiting for executive clearance. Frozen. The acting Director of Corruption Prosecution's 3-month term expired in September. By law, it can't be extended. So Jamaica's anti-corruption machinery is technically headless. Patriotic comrades, imagine trying to drive a car with no engine. That's the Integrity Commission right now. And here's the kicker. Without leadership, any ongoing probe into politically sensitive cases, yes, including those tied to government ministers, could quietly stall indefinitely. Patriotic comrades, wanna see style, wanna see craft, wanna listen to everything what me I say. The Integrity Commission is being sabotaged and undermined. Yet again, the Integrity Commission is under attack. Yet again, and this attack is coming from one of the strangest places. It a come from a place that should be neutral ground. Be honest. If this was under a PNP government, would the reaction be the same? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Who benefits from chaos? Patriotic comrades, now let's ask the question that no one else wants to. Who benefits when the IC can't function? Because when there's no leadership, there's no accountability. When there is no accountability, the powerful breathe easier. And it's no secret, the Integrity Commission has been a thorn in the JLP's side. From the Tufton probe to the Wholeness contract scandal, the questions around campaign donations. Every time the IC poked too close to the green benches, the push back got louder. Now with the commission leaderless and limping, the narrative shifts. Maybe the IC too political. Maybe they overstepped. Maybe we need reform. Classic playbook. Discredit the Integrity Commission, delay Integrity Commission appointments, dismantle the Integrity Commission, and guess who pays the price? You, the Jamaican taxpayers. The Integrity Commission is basically frozen right now, and everyone's pretending like it's normal. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Where the PNP stands. Patriotic comrades, meanwhile, the PNP's position is clear: strengthening the IC, fill the vacancies, and protect its independence. Opposition voices are calling out the delays, framing it as a deliberate attempt to weaken oversight right before the next election cycle. And whether or not you wear orange or green, one fact stands tall: a weak watchdog benefits no one but the corrupt. Patriotic comrades, anyone else feel like this silence benefits one side a little too perfectly? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. Quick recap. 3 top Integrity Commission roles are vacant: Executive Director, Director of Corruption Prosecutions, and Director of Information. Governor General Sir Patrick Allen has not signed off on the appointments despite receiving recommendations months ago. Delays may breach sections 28 and 30 of the Integrity Commission Act. Constitutional concerns arise about the Governor General's power limits. Corruption prosecutions are stalled, potentially shielding officials. Civil society voices like JFJ are calling out the delay as unconstitutional. Potential political interference and benefit to the ruling powers, JLP suspected. PNP pushes for action and IC independence. Jamaica's anti-corruption efforts hang in the balance. If this continues another month, we might be looking at a full constitutional breakdown. Patriotic comrades, I guess the real question we're supposed to ask is, when is Andrew Holness's next court date with the Integrity Commission? Because based on what we are hear and what we are read, we can see how this would conveniently go in the favor of Andrew Holness. So if you think something like this does not directly benefit or go in the favor of Andrew Holness, you make a sad mistake. The timing of all of this is just a little bit too convenient for my liking. When is the next court date with Andrew Holness and the Integrity Commission? Somebody put it in the comments below. No court case can go on without the Director of Corruption Prosecutions, That I want everybody to know. As me say, any ongoing probe into politically sensitive cases, for example, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, yes, I'll go quietly get stalled indefinitely. Patriotic comrades will call this tricks in trade, matches sticks in boxes. Style and craft at the political level. Nothing happens by pure accident. As me say, tell me when at the next court hearing between Andrew Holness and the Integrity Commission, and I guess we can arrive at some form of conclusion. Patriotic comrades, something is off about this. You see me? Something about this now sit well with me, none at all. Why is the Governor General delaying the appointments that was sent over to him by the Integrity Commission? Why is these recommendations is sitting over King's House and a gather dust? The role of the Governor General is not to play politics, is not to be political or get politically involved in matters like this. This delay says a lot more. This silence says 1 million things. The Integrity Commission confirmed that it had submitted recommendations to Governor General Sir Patrick Allen for appointment to DCP and Executive Director post. And nothing, not a word, not a reply. Why, GG, it no look good enough. This inaction on your part does not look good, because you don't have no reason for not assign your signature to the recommendations. You see me? All we need is your signature, and all we need is for you to sign off on them, and you acknowledge, say you receive them. The fact that the Office of the Governor General declined to explain, stating that communication on such matters is confidential. What that's supposed to mean? That the response will come out of King's House, What that's supposed to mean? How we interpret that? And they must say, His Excellency continues to be guided by legal advice. Legal advice? Who tell you if you go retain attorney? Nobody now care you got a court. Who sue you? Who care you got a court? What you mean seek legal advice? Is this one of those situations where me not answer questions without me lawyer present? Patriotic comrades, this must be a joke. Me can't take the GG seriously right now. This stall or this delay tactic, me can't take them seriously right now. Man say ma be guided by legal advice. Come on, GG. Come on, Sir Patrick Allen. Do better than that. He remains steadfast in discharging his responsibilities with due regard for the law, the Constitution, and the independence of all institutions concerned, King's House said in a statement. Oh my God. What kind of reply that then? What kind of response is that we are come out of King's House when the Integrity Commission is basically crippled and headless? The Integrity Commission cannot properly function without those 3 key rules, those 3 key positions. It can't work, it cannot function. Right now we don't have an Integrity Commission. As of last week, the crucial posts of Executive Director, Director of Corruption Prosecution DCP, and Director of Information and Complaints remained vacant as of last week. So the Integrity Commission has been operating without 3 of its top leaders for weeks. And we are talking about something we can significantly undermine its ability to prevent, detect, and prosecute corruption. Hence the reason why I said this cripples the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission is under attack. Again, yet again. The Integrity Commission is being sabotaged and undermined yet again. Who benefits from all of this? One name, one party come to mind. Only the JLP benefits from all of this. And you really want me to believe that Jamaicans actually give these people a 3rd term? Like, you actually want me to believe that so then win the September 3rd, 2025 general election fair and square? Patriotic comrades, where me want you to understand is, you see, proximity blinds you to the truth. You see me? So this is why you can never convince someone who supports the JLP of all of this information here where they're out in the public. You see me? You can't convince them say where you actually read or where you actually research is true, because their proximity to the JLP and the Wholeness Administration blinds them to the truth. You have something we call cognitive bias and cognitive dissonance. You see me? So right now, because of them proximity, they are cognitively biased. So there's no way you can get through to them and say, oh, at this, I want to go on with the Integrity Commission, because in a for them mind, the JLP talking point is, oh, at the PMP control the Integrity Commission. So then use that for discredit and undermine the integrity of the Integrity Commission. Every time they say, oh, a PMP control and run the Integrity Commission. Not no go so. More lies and propaganda from the JLP PR propaganda machine. PMP no control the Integrity Commission. Where they get that from? But as me say, them have to use that for discredit the integrity of the Integrity Commission. Them have to paint the Integrity Commission as the control opposition of the PNP. So to us, we see everything for what it is, because we depend on the other side. So we can clearly see what happened to the Integrity Commission in this scenario and other cases before this. We see the attacks where the Integrity Commission come under. We see the appointment of said Dennis Chung to the Financial Investigations Division, FID. So we see how anti-corruption is being dismantled from the inside. So, patriotic comrades, me I go out on a limb. Me want to know if the 3 names where the Integrity Commission sent over to the Governor General, what about those names? Why he no sign off on those names that are recommended as replacements at the Integrity Commission? Cause this delay is unconstitutional. This delay is illegal. But them people are not care about what's legal and what's constitutional, because guess what? They can't go to prison and they can't get charged and they can't get locked up. You see me? I saw dictators moving on. Dictatorship. I saw dictatorship go. Then do what they want, then do what they feel like. And it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to go so. Hypothetically, if I was in some people's shoes and I am under investigation for illicit enrichment or me under Integrity Commission probe, then I would want to put my 3 people into those 3 key positions at the Integrity Commission. So guess what? No sign off now go on, until the names of my 3 people reach on the desk of the Governor General. That's just, a hypothetical scenario where me just play out a while ago. You see me? Yeah, me just run the simulation there in my head a while ago. Don't ask me how. The patriotic comrades, it make you have to wonder, amongst that, someone wants for them people to occupy them 3 key positions there at the Integrity Commission, so them can dismantle the Integrity Commission from the inside. A chess we are playing now, we are playing 4D political chess at a very high level. This are not draft, this are not checkers, this are not snake and ladder, this are not dice. This is high level political chess. So until the 3 names of my candidates reach on the desk of the Governor General, then here what? Nothing now go on, nothing can go on. Hypothetically, I'm just saying. No, patriotic comrades, here is where it gets real interesting. If the Governor General has exercised his right for request reconsideration, the Commission may choose to reaffirm its nominee or submit a new one. But that prolonged silence or inaction without invoking Section 32(2) would lack legal basis, raising concerns of unauthorized obstruction. So basically, where the GG do so far lacks legal basis, and now it a come off as unauthorized obstruction, because if him have concerns about a specific nominee or all 3 nominees, then he need to make that known to the Integrity Commission, and he make that known by invoking Section 32(2) of the Integrity Commission Act, and I'll know him no invoke Section 32(2). I hope you not follow. Now, however, it can be argued that if the Governor General has posit reasonable questions, the IC within its own discretion provide answers to King's House after making a recommendation. But it has no legal obligation to do so. So basically, even if the Governor General have a reasonable question about maybe a nominee, or if him ask the Integrity Commission to provide answers to King's House, the Integrity Commission is not legally obligated to give the Governor General no answer to the Governor General, cause that is outside of his jurisdiction now. And his place to ask questions are questions like that. If the Governor General has concerns, he must articulate them legally via written requests for reconsideration under Section 32(2). Failure to do so risk a constitutional overstep, eroding public trust in an office sworn to uphold the rule of law. So currently, the Governor General is constitutionally overstepping. So patriotic comrades, under the Integrity Commission Act, the Commission is allowed to make temporary acting appointments for up to 3 months. So accordingly, an acting Director of Corruption Prosecution, DCP, was appointed on June 3rd, 2025, and an acting Executive Director on May 18, 2025. Now, however, both terms are now past expiry, and the law bars extensions. So the Integrity Commission gets 3 months to put a interim acting appointments for positions in the Integrity Commission itself. And after that 3 months they expired, that's it. You then can't get no extension. It's not allowed by law. So patriotic comrades, the previous Director of Corruption Prosecution's contract expired on March 31st, 2025. The Executive Directors on March 17, and the Director of Information and Complaints on July 14. Since then, no permanent appointments have been made since. Now, specifically as it relates to the role of Director of Public Prosecution, it's a very pivotal role. According to Section 34 of the Integrity Commission Act, the Director of Corruption Prosecution is responsible for prosecuting acts of corruption, providing legal advice, and conducting all criminal proceedings under the Act, though still subjected to oversight from the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. So let me get this straight. The Director of Corruption Prosecution in the Integrity Commission itself is under the oversight of the DPP, or is subjected to the oversight from the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. What you saying? Oversight from the DPP? Me not like that. I think the DPP should be working with the Integrity Commission for prosecute cases. But here it says the Director of Corruption Prosecution in the Integrity Commission is subjected to oversight from the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. That seemed very strange to me. Further, the DCP has the task of providing legal advice to the Commission on matters concerning acts of corruption and offenses committed under the Act. In addition, Section 34(2) states that the Director of Corruption Prosecution shall conduct all criminal proceedings in relation to the Integrity Commission Act. An informed source revealed that several court matters currently require the Director of Corruption Prosecution's involvement and leadership. Without a permanent Director of Corruption Prosecution, prosecutions could stall. And we know that Ronnie Lawrence was the last temporary acting appointment as Director of Corruption Prosecutions. For him left with his 3 months expiration, we don't hear no more acting appointments made to the office of Director of Corruption Prosecutions at the Integrity Commission. So it left the Integrity Commission in a limbo right now. Patriotic comrades, so what happens next? If the Governor General continues to stall, Jamaica could see its anti-corruption cases grind to a halt and public trust crumble even further. By the end of this week, we'll likely hear new statements from advocacy groups, legal experts, and maybe even King's House itself. But until then, the question remains, who's really pulling the strings? Patriotic comrades, put the name in the comment who wanna think a pull the strings of the Governor General, who wanna think is the puppet master of the Governor General. Make we hear it in the comments. This is the Patriotic Jamaican YouTube channel, bringing down Jamaica's biggest political drama, one headline at a time. Smash that like button if you believe Jamaica deserves transparency. Comment below. Do you think the Governor General is overstepping or just following advice? And don't forget, subscribe for more unfiltered breakdowns of the stories the mainstream media won't touch.